In today's video, I want to look at the Sylas matchup. I think this is probably the most overrated Swain matchup out there. And no, I'm not playing against some autofill jungler or something. First game, Sylas is 1000 LP. In the second game, Sylas is 1300 LP. I personally think using the super server setup, paired with Ignite, will give you the best chance at beating him. Keep auto tagging him and keep spamming Q on him whenever he goes for farm. Don't get me wrong, if Sylas is even with you, he will be stronger in the late game, but he should never come out of lane even or stronger than you. If you're losing lane to a Sylas early game, it's a skill issue, especially if you're using the super server setup with Ignite. You have all the right tools to shut him down and make him fall behind. I'm not saying this to be mean or anything, it's just you probably have something to work on in the laning phase, because this is actually a pretty easy matchup if you know what you're doing. I crashed the wave and recall for tempo, which means I will arrive to the next wave and can push it before him. This gives me a timer to roam without losing any minions. So catch the wave and push out the next, and then go to look for a roam. Sylas decided to roam from base, meaning he will lose the entire wave mid. And now I do a really smart play to make him fall far behind from his roam. I ping my jungler to help fight Sylas. I do not want him to re-enter lane, I want him to lose as much farm as possible, so we just fight him. He is getting stressed about losing minions mid, so he goes for a greedy play and just runs for the greedy path. We can now all in him and kill him. This is all a product of the tempo I had and the early recall I took before him, resulting in me being able to push the wave out before him and getting prio. Viego is one of the best junglers compared with Swain, because you can easily focus down the player IE and get the reset for Viego. Our recalls get stopped by Sylas, and I think actually Viego disconnects. So just run mid and catch the wave. I can't really recall because I will lose the wave, and I have a biscuit coming up in 15 seconds, so I'll be okay with mana. He can't really freeze this wave, and it's a cannon wave, so I just take a recall. Because Jax is standing in the bush, just walk up and let him go on you. Always harass melee's champs under tower. My jungle is nearby, so the enemy jungle ganks, I can just run to him. Try and bait for Nautilus, but don't make it obvious. So try to give him a chance to all in you. I think Sylas caught on that I'm trying to bait, so he doesn't fall for it. Because my teammates are on the way, I decide to stay and bait him. Look how I'm walking forward with ult, positioning myself in between the minions so Sylas can't hit me with his chain. As I'm trading back against him, I'm threatening to hold the wave. So just keep harassing him and use Ignite when he pops my ultimate. My bot lane won't make it in time to catch the bot wave, so I just go down there and collect it. Sylas is not so scary anymore, he's pretty behind, so I'm not scared to 1v1. Movement on Swain is very important. Look how I sidestep his E. I'm very fine with just side laning and letting my bot lane go mid. I only have to fight Sylas and I can beat him easily. I think at this point in the game, Sylas is incredibly tilted because he just perma-engages every time he sees me. So we won't go over too much more in this game. Only a few mistakes and a team fight. For example, me tunnel visioning using W and forgetting all about their K. Securing objectives is what wins you the games. Kayn and Sylas wants to go on me, so kite towards your teammates. The game is pretty much over now, so the finishing notes for this game is: remember, as a mid laner you need to play with your jungler. Stop treating your jungler badly when he should be your best friend. Alright, let's get into game 2. The Sylas matchup does take a lot of understanding. You need to play against it a few times before you really understand how his champs work and his trading patterns. The game plan I do every single game against Sylas is I stack up a big wave. This will make me hit level 2 first so he can't trade back against me. And then when I crash the big wave on the tower, I am free to harass him as much as I can. When you get Sylas to lower HP, he will not be able to all-in you, because he will simply just lose because he's low HP. Harry and Scorch really help poking him down, and Ignite prevents him from all-inning you because you have more kill pressure. The reason why I like Harry more than Comet is because Harry also procs on auto attacks, and it has shorter cooldown in the early game. Because I poked Sylas so much and I stopped his recall early on, he's now fighting a battle on very low HP. This is the reason why I love Ares so much against these melee champs like Assassins or Sylas. They just lose so much agency because they are low HP in all of early game. So you're just poking them down, so they can't move to fights, they will be very useless early on and you have much more presence. Run down towards river, they might think my support or jungle is nearby, so they disengage. Even in a 2v1, they cannot kill me, because Sylas is permanently low HP, so they don't have a fighting chance at all. Sylas just recalled, so now it's time to push out the wave fast. I can only take a plate here because the plating is already very low. If it was full HP, it's better to just recall. Again, Sylas just loses all his HP and is in a really bad spot again. Just keep pushing, keep having prio mid lane. I see Sylas is on his way, but just ignore him. Just use your ghost and fight with your team. Burst down the enemies and run around to flank the Ezreal. This is why I seriously love Ghost so much, and I even consider in Sylas matchups to run Ignite and Ghost. Here we almost actually kill Sylas, but I kinda mistimed the respawn time on Jarvan, so he gets back way before I realized. So we lose 2 teammates and it's my fault. But it's all okay to make mistakes. The thing I have to do is just next time I make a play like this, I have to be more aware of where the enemy team can be. So next time I might realize that Jarvan could be here way sooner, so we just back off the play, you know. It's all about learning from your mistakes. I push out the mid lane and go help my jungle invade. I do get isolated and eventually taken down, but it's okay, because my teammates are killing them all, so it's a good trade. Two of the enemies are already dead and I see Sylas in the top lane. So I know I can win this 1v2 because the only person that can show up right now is Kennen. And I can easily beat him when Jarvan is this low HP. I really love the side lane. It gives you so much gold and XP. Obviously Quinn here can't do anything, but the rest of my team should just back off and let me farm safely in bot lane. There is no way I can make it to the top lane fight, so just keep pushing bot lane and get as much gold and XP as you can. All 5 people showed in top lane, so I'm very safe to push out the wave and get the towers. Kennen recalls and stops me, but he then roams to mid lane because there's more fights going on. I just keep staying bot lane because I really want the tier 2 tower. It gives 600 gold, it's so insane. Try and help your team as much as you can with your W, while applying insane pressure in the sides. Another benefit of side laning is also when you have pushed out the wave, get in a naturally flanked position, because you're coming from behind them. So ping your team to go in and you can get some insane flanks up with Ghost and Ultimate. We aced them, so now it's time to just push out the waves and take an objective. I have an insane amount of money now because I side lane so much bot lane. My teammates catch Kennen off guard, so now it's time that we can just start Baron. If they try to contest us, it would be a 4v5 for them, so we can just fight back and kill them. The Sylas matchup does take some practice, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty easy. So don't be too scared of him, get better at your early game and you will definitely see results. Thanks for watching.